Wow. Yeah, guys, go into this movie with absolutely no expectations. Like, don't even watch the trailer. Just know that it stars Anya Taylor-Joy and Ralph Fiennes, and it is like a mystery horror with a hint of comedy set in a fine dining restaurant. Because this movie will shock you with the unexpected ways that it goes. But I must admit now, I know like a lot of people like this movie, but for me, it was just so weirdly unique that after exiting the theater, I didn't know whether or not I liked it or didn't like it. The menu focuses on a young couple who visits an exclusive destination restaurant on a remote island where a master chef prepares a lavish tasting menu. However, the further the night goes on, the guests realize that things are not as they seem. Now, there's a lot to like about this movie. It is quite funny at times, and it constantly puts you on the edge, not only because you don't know what to expect, but the performances, especially from Ralph Fiennes, are just unnerving. And it reminds me of like one of those whodunits, like Death on the Nile, for example, where things keep happening all centralized within this one place, this one area, and you're not exactly sure of where it's going to go. I just couldn't keep track of how many faces I made during the movie, like of utter shock, disbelief, expressing laughter, and much more. This was definitely unlike any dining experience I've ever had. And it was also a very elegant and beautifully shot movie with no detail going amiss, as you'd expect though, right? But look, I think this review will be pretty short because this movie in and of itself is a pretty simple movie, and I also don't really want to give away too much either. Like, you should definitely go in with absolutely no expectations. But let's just say that I am one of those people who does have mixed feelings about this movie just because of like how weird and bizarre it is. Like, it's literally about a dining experience gone wrong where this chef just loses his marbles and some characters just act in very odd and weird ways and you don't really know why. Some instances you do kind of learn like why, but a lot of the times I was just shaking my head in confusion. It is weird sometimes, yet it oddly makes sense that it is weird, as it's about the elegant and luxurious food tasting in fine dining, where in fine dining, a lot of dishes might not make a lot of sense because, you know, they're too exquisite and too unique. And if I look at it that way, then this movie actually is pretty damn good, but it just might be a little bit too bizarre for my tastes. But I like how this film just builds up into its true self. At the start, we are introduced to all these characters that will be dining in the restaurant, and we're going to learn a lot about them throughout the movie, about their personalities, about their characters, which makes us ultimately feel more for them. Some of them were pretty hilarious, although I just wish that there was more. And ultimately, this is a film that kept me wanting more. I thought that there could have been more between each of the guests, more beef maybe, and I thought there could have been more to the island that they were situated on as well. And all in all, I felt like the plots and the intentions of the main chef, played by Ralph Fiennes, could have been just fleshed out a little bit more, because I felt like the finale and just what happened worked out very weirdly. I will have to say, I'm not a huge fan of the direction of this movie and how a lot of things turn out in this movie. I feel like that's my only real main gripe with this movie, and even though I love Anya Taylor-Joy as an actress, and Ralph Fiennes he was a beast in this movie, I didn't really find myself caring too much for any of the characters that much. Like, this movie didn't really give me a reason to care for any of the characters, even though I should have. Only in one instance, I kind of felt like some emotion towards one of the characters, but that's basically it. Ultimately, the menu offers a lot on the table, and it was a semi-enjoyable ride. I loved the twists and turns and the unpredictable nature of the movie, but it left me wanting more. I was just expecting more, and overall, it was a little bit too weird for my tastes. I'm going to give the menu a B. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you think down below, like and sub if you enjoyed, and as always, feel free to check out any of my previous videos. Until next time.